want to chat with you guys today about a story, about a conversation that I had with my cousin. Now, my cousin is just a couple of years older than I am, and I asked my cousin. This was a couple of years ago. We were having this conversation. We got together for Christmas, and I asked him. I said, "How long have you been flying?" Okay, and he said 45 years. Now, guys, do the math on that. My cousin is 61, I believe. So I think he's just a year older than me. So that means that he got his pilot's license when he was 15 years old. Okay. And he told me that he's been flying for 45 years. And, I was just asking him about that. And, and today he's a pilot for American Airlines. And at one point, I was talking to him about his training. Because he was asking me, how's business and, how many people are, he's just asking me about the business, right? And how I motivate people to do what they're supposed to do and blah, 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 blah. And so I was asking him about his training, about his flight training. And I asked him, I said, how much contact? I asked him where he had learned to fly and if he was ever in touch with his instructor. And he said that he hasn't communicated with his trainer in 44 years. He hasn't talked to his instructor for 44 years, and he's been flying for 45 years, and he continues to fly with no help from that person who actually trained him. Like I said, he got his pilot's license before he got his driver's license, okay? And then he went on to become a pilot for American Airlines, and he still is a pilot for American Airlines. And I thought that was amazing. I thought, okay, that is the perfect scenario right there. Because guys, if you notice how many planes are in the air at any time, and as each of those planes fly, not a fraction of them have their instructor on board. Yet they all fly, all those pilots fly, and they love to do it. So I thought about this. I thought about how many pilots get trained to actually fly, and then they don't even take their first trip. Because I heard one time that there's a stat about like real estate agents. It's like 90% of all real estate agents that go through the training and they actually get their real estate licenses, 90% of them don't even sell a home. They never sell one home. And so you think about that with pilots, right? How many pilots actually get trained, go through the whole process, and then never fly? But, some of them do. Some of them will fly for a month, and then they realize, this really isn't something I want to do. And some of them will fly for a year, and then they're going to run out of money. And then some of them damage their planes, and they never fly again. And some will fly for a few years, and then they get sidetracked by other hobbies or, activities. A handful of pilots, they decide that they really love it so much that they want to share that gift with others, and they become instructors. And about, 1 in 1,000 pilots will ever fly for 45 years like my cousin. About 1 in 1,000. And I thought, wow, millions of pilots take to the air, yet very few of them have ongoing communications with their instructors. Now, I want you to tie this all in to what we do. Guys, I look at myself as a flight instructor. I'm a flight instructor, and I teach people how to fly, and then I set them out to enjoy their freedom. And I don't need to check in with them other than, that periodic call to, just to say hello. My goal is to have people flying all over the world, and the only way that I can do this is to continue to train new pilots month in and month out. And I get rewarded as I notice, thousands of other pilots that I've trained to do what I do. And guys, this is so exactly what we should be doing in our businesses. We should train people how to fly. Just go train people how to fly, and all the time and attention on trying to manage and control our organization after they've been trained is kind of wasted energy. It's kind of wasted energy. My cousin hasn't been in contact with his instructor for 44 years, yet he continues to fly. Now, obviously, we need to communicate with our teams and we need to keep them, plugged in and up to date on stuff. But understand that they are independent. They're entrepreneurs just like you. You are not their boss, and you are not responsible for the growth of their business. In fact, if I feel a need to keep someone, kind of tethered to me, they're never going to be able to experience true freedom. And that is a fault that I have, because sometimes I do that. Sometimes I stick with people way longer than I should. It's bad for them and it's bad for me. I should see myself more as a catalyst for growth. And I do that by creating opportunities for everybody to grow. For example, I attend, obviously, and I promote events. I attend and promote opportunity meetings. I invite my team members to participate. And I said, listen, bring guests to the meeting. And that's all for their benefit. But guys, I am not responsible for them. I am responsible for my business, and you are responsible for your business. And together, we are responsible for each other's business. Guys, we work together to create this healthy environment for growth. Especially on this call. Those of you that jump on this call every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it's like I just have and this, don't take this the wrong way, this is going to sound weird, but I just have a special bond with this group right here. Because the same people check in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And it's like I have this sense of family with this group, especially that are on this call every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The people that jump on the Tuesday Zooms. It's like, that is the group. Now, what we need to do is we need to expand the family a little bit, right? So in a nutshell, I'm encouraging you to let go of your need to control members of your team. Guys, the way to build a team, and we talked about this last week, is to continue to get new people started in your business. I always say that the lifeblood of your organization will always be new people. And what you're going to do is you're going to be a flight instructor. You're going to teach these people how to fly. And if you do it well enough, then they're going to be on their own. And they're not going to need to contact you. And when they decide to get trained and not do anything, or get trained and only do something for a little while, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You taught them how to fly. They have to want to fly. And don't ever take that personally. So look for members, in your team that are excited, and the ones that are introducing the business to new people, and offer to do meetings with them. And don't get attached to any one group. Guys, if you find yourself working with the same group over and over and over again, especially if no one is bringing new people to the table, then it's time to find some new people. It's time to find some new people, all right? This will be good for you, and it will be good for them. Stop throwing wood on a fire that isn't burning. Don't take it personal. Guys, don't take it personal. If the people that you've brought into the business, you gave them everything that they need to be successful, and their fire isn't burning, don't take it personal. Go find some more kindling and start a new fire. Your job is to be a flight instructor. Go get people ready for flight. Give them all the information that they need. Make sure that they can do what it takes to fly. They can take off and they can land. And they can do, emergency procedures. And once that is all in place, your job is done. Your job is done. And don't take it personally if they decide that they don't want to fly anymore.